So good day, welcome back to Fish Hunt Dive TT. I'm Alex. So I take this time to do a sit down video with you guys to take a look at the stuff that I use when I'm out there catching fish. I'll do a hunting video sometime later on. I'll tell you what I use to hunt. Most of the stuff is on the wall there, my gun and stuff, but today is basically fishing. So we like to take a look at the gear that won't break your bank. You know, when you go out there, I have some friends when we go out there, they have the most expensive gear. And I tell myself, wait now, why do I need to use $100 line to catch fish when a $20 line can do it? Why do I need to use expensive hooks if regular hooks work? So, I mean, I've been fishing for about, I would say about 15 years, 10, 15 years, somewhere there. And I'd like to show you what I use. You don't have to use it. I like to basically show what I use and I know what works. So this is my stuff that I have proven over the years to work. So let me try and show you what I have here. So, basically, for topwater fishing, caught mahi on this, caught kingfish, caught carrot, basically. Oh, a couple of times tap on Grantikai, bite it. Grantikai favorite. Carrot, bite it every now and then. A regular spoon, you get it at general stores. I think it's about $35, $40. Now there are cheaper spoons. This one in particular I bought at general stores. It works. So I mean, I have used other spoons, but this one seems to do the job. A bucktail. Carrot normally bite it. As you can see, it's pretty worn. It has been used. Fish has bitten it a lot, well, bitten it a lot. So it does work. Simple. So well, this is a big one. I'm just using it for the demonstration purpose. 4-ounce sinker. Let me tell you why 4 ounce. I've been fishing these days what we call the hard out in the Gulf, and 4-ounce sinker seems to be the measurement right now. Now you can go down to 3, you can go down to 2 depending on what you're doing, but for banking basically 4 ounce is the way to go. You can get them cheap at general stores as well. Look around, these are normally like about $5 to $6 somewhere there. Normal egg sinker for those running lines. We'll be making a few just now. I'll be showing you a few. And a normal pyramid, 4 ounce again. Cheap Amazon scissors. It's like about $4 or $5. It's not really a scissors, it's more of a fishing line cutting tool. Mine a little crimper to be able to take out hooks from fish. Works very cheap, $5, $4 or something like that US, and it works. These are my jigs that I use when I go out to the rig or I go out in clear water and we have a little 100 feet, 200 feet depth. I normally jig these from the rod, and they have worked, they have proven to work. This is a bigger one. This is a smaller one, this one. As you can see, teeth marks on it. It's been bitten a good few times. I'll try and put a link in the description below so that you can find these. I think this is a Shimano jig. Really useful. Normal attachment for my rod. I use this at the end of the rod to connect my leader down to my hooks. And a sabiki for catching bait. So I do use these sometimes, but I don't recommend them all the time. The lines are very thin. So I'll show you something that can work in place of this that is very cheap. I normally use, this is the Maruto, M-A-R-U-T-O, American Kirby hooks. This is a number 505. That's basically this hook here. Excellent hook. It's a black hook. The only catch with it, and I'm promoting a cheap way of fishing, this hook only uses for one-time fishing. The reason being, once this hook hits salt water, it rusts after you bring it up. Even if you wash it, it rusts. And I like them because they're extremely sharp, extremely thin point. I don't know if you can see it there. Extremely sharp. And if I do lose a hook, let's say a fish bursts the line and or a stinger grabs the line and bursts the hook off, what happens is that this hook in the fish mouth will rust and eventually break off. So this hook, basically, if I lose it, it doesn't damage the fish per se as a stainless steel, which will be found with the fish weeks and months after. So number 5, I buy this by the box. It's about $40, $41, $42 for the box. This is the number 4 to it. Yeah, number 4. These work excellent for salmon. I bring in some pretty nice salmon with these. And I'm not talking about 1 pound, 2 pound salmon. I'm talking about the 10, 12, 15 pound class, even up to like 15 pound. So these work really, really well. They take the strain really well. They're super sharp, and again, they rust out easily. So if you lose it on fish, you're not really damaging the species too much. Right, my fishing line. I use Suffix fishing line, not this particular one. In fact, this one is 89 pound. This is a little heavy. I'm using this today for demonstration, and I'm tying knots. But I use Suffix. I may use fluorocarbon. It's like really expensive, but this is only used when I'm working in jigs in clear water. So fluorocarbon, not so much. It's like about $200 for a roll, and yeah, it's expensive. So only use it when you need to in clear water. It does work, but generally when I'm going fishing, I like to do the cheap way, and I buy this. For the fishermen out there, I know you know what this is. This is basically line that you use to patch net. It's net line. There's no poundage, there's no weight. Listen, I use it because I just find it's cheap. It's economical to me. But I give it, I always say, about a 30 to 40 pound test rating. Right? To me, I find if you can catch fish in a net with it, that it should be able to hold them on line as well. So I use it. It's pretty cheap. It's a lot of line. This one, you can see it's halfway through, so I've been using it a lot, and it works. I mean, but if you like to use your Suffix or whatever brand, I do promote Suffix. It's a really good brand. You can get it at general stores as well. I'm not sure if Monkeys and whoever else carries it. I shop in South, I live in South, so I normally use these. So let's talk about lines. Let's talk about actually making and what line used to use, what line not to use. Sometimes it kills me when I'm on the boat and I see a friend of mine, or I see somebody who goes to fish, and they just pull out a piece of line and they just say, alright, I'm gonna tie my line now, I'm gonna make a line, and they just take a sinker, try that sinker thing, and they make 2 knots, like they're tying a shoelace, and they come and they take a, they do this, they say, alright, thing, and they make a knot, and they push a hook through. So yeah, that's my line there. Outside the boat. And they will sit down and watch me catching and wonder, hey listen, what bait you using? What you doing different? Why are you catching? How come you catch so much fish? As you can see, it's cheap and good. Yeah, how you catch so much fish? What's going on? I just tell them, well, it's a little different. This is a different technique. Probably what I'm using is cheap, and what you're using expensive. I talk about expensive lines these guys would use. So what do I have that works, and why does it work? Well, let me start with tying knots. As a fisherman or fisherwoman, as the case may be, you should be able to tie at least a decent knot. Now, I know some people love the uni knot, and I promote the uni knot. I have a piece cut already. The uni knot is basically a knot. Well, the uni knot you use in Trinidad, make a few wraps around the line, about 7 or so, and we put the tag in back inside where we created the loop, and we slipped. Right, tag in back inside the loop, and we pull that tight. Get pliers. Alright, so we pull that tight. there you have, I don't know if you can see it there, a nice clinch knot, which I normally call it a clinch knot. Some people call it the uni knot. Now it's a good knot catching a line on a normal basis. It's a fast knot, simple to use, very neat. It comes off, dresses very nicely, and it works, right? But I have known this knot to fail sometimes. And what's going on with this knot is that sometimes a big stingray or a big salmon grabs onto this line and starts to pull it as a stretch, and this knot comes undone easily, or it pops right at that point where you see the whole connection is being pinched down to hold it. That's why it's called a clinch knot. The point at which it is clinched becomes its weak point. Anytime you tie a knot on a line, you weaken the line. So this line rated for 80 pounds, 89 pounds, you cut the strength almost in half. So it's about 40 pounds of strength, which I find I have an 89 pound line and I'm only getting 40 pounds of pull without this breaking. Me personally, I prefer the Palma knot, however you want to pronounce it. It's a simple knot to tie. Takes a little practice. Go online and YouTube it or Google it. Let me see if I can show you how to tie it. So you have your hook, you double your line. So your line is double. Pinch it. You send the line through the eye of the hook. Right? That's what you have going on there. And you make a simple knot. The regular knot. See it? Simple.